Mark, thanks. People experience grief in many different ways, and that includes children. And we may not know what the best ways to help them through it. Sarah Hale with Ballad Health joins us today to talk about an event made to help children experiencing grief. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Well, first off, what is Camp Firefly? I see it on your shirt.
Yes. So Camp Firefly is provided by Ballad Hospice, and it's a program that our staff puts together. It's a one-day grief camp for children and teens and their families, so their caregivers, their loved ones that have experienced any type of loss of a loved one, a friend, family member, whoever it may be. So they can come together and just really meet with other kids that have experienced a loss and are dealing with grief as well. And we have different stations throughout the day to help them with coping skills and different ways to share memories and to keep that person alive to them in their memories and to be able to start healing from that loss.
And I know you touched on it just a little bit, but let's delve into why this is so important to keep doing this. You have done this for several years now.
Yes, we have done it for several years. Unfortunately, last year it was canceled because it was the weekend of the hurricane, and so we did have to cancel last year. But kids just deal different with grief.
Absolutely.
And even as adults, sometimes we really struggle with dealing with grief, but children really struggle. So it's a great way for them, usually when they know that there are peers that they have that are dealing with the same things, they really start to open up and will start processing that grief.
And let's talk a little bit about how kids and their parents can prepare for this camp and what they need to know ahead of time.
So it is outdoors, so we do want to make sure that they have on comfortable clothing, things like that. They will be together for part of the sessions. The adults are allowed to come and they have their own sessions, so they are allowed to come and start the day with the children, then they split up into their own sessions, and then they come back together for lunch and then split up again. So they will be able to see their child during the day and kind of reassure that they're okay. And they don't have to stay if the parent doesn't want to. They don't have to stay for the sessions, but it is a great way for them to both work on their grief, and we send the adults home with the same skills that we're giving the kids to send home.
Well, this sounds like a really great opportunity for families to learn and grow. How can they get involved in this?
So they can register online on Ballad Health's website. There's a Camp Firefly registration, and we also take volunteers. So we have a lot of college and high school kids, a great way for them to get their community service hours in, especially if they're looking at going into something in the medical field or mental health field. It's a great way for them to give back to the community and learn some things along the way.
And what is the best way for them to contact you if they'd like to volunteer?
Same thing, online. They can also reach us at our office, at the hospice office. They can get information as well.
Well, I know we did unfortunately have to cancel this last year. What else do you have in store for this year and what that you want these families to know about?
We do expect, we've already seen an increase in registration, so would like for people to register sooner than later, so that we can make sure that we have everything that we need and enough volunteers and staff to be able to provide the services.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming on First Step Forward to tell us a little bit about this. And here are the details for you one more time. Camp Firefly 2025 takes place on September 27th. That's on a Saturday. It happens at Warriors Path State Park in Kingsport. It takes place from 9 in the morning until 4 o'clock in the afternoon.